guys, welcome to another video of Shatan Rajesh. So today we have a very important product from Apple. This is the 15-inch MacBook Air, the M2 15-inch MacBook Air, which Apple announced recently in their WWDC 2023 event. Why this product is so important is because of the size and the segment that which this product is targeted at. Because right now, if you leave the 16-inch MacBook aside, the highest screen size that Apple sells is 14-inch MacBook Pro. The price for which is around 2 lakh rupees. So paying 2 lakh for a 14-inch laptop is still a lot that most people can't afford. If they want to go to a bigger screen, which is a 16-inch MacBook Pro, that thing costs 2.5 lakh rupees. It starts from, I guess, 2.5, 2.6 lakh rupees. That is why Apple needed a product placement in the middle category, like, in the budget range, Apple's budget range. That gap is perfectly filled by the 15-inch MacBook Air. Mind you, the 13-inch MacBook Air is the best-selling Apple laptop in the world. So I won't be surprised if this becomes the best-selling Apple laptop in the world in, I guess, 1 or 2 years. So Apple is already out there to eat into Microsoft and, Windows laptop market share. But with this, I think they will be doing a lot more damage to Apple. Next thing I'd like to point out is that we all kind of grew up with a 15-inch laptop. My first laptop was a 15.6-inch Asus machine. So I would like to buy a 15-inch machine if in budget, and if I am, planning to switch to Apple, that is kind of the roadblock. So that is how Apple is thinking with this machine. I think it's the right choice to launch with the M series processor. They have the freedom, they can make the chassis slim. Now let's get into review of the product. I don't think there is a lot to review because this is just an M2 MacBook Air stretched to 15 inches. Nothing else. We have already reviewed the 13-inch MacBook Air, and I guess I have recently uploaded that video. My recent video is the 13-inch MacBook Air video. You should check that out. The link will be in the top side. So according to Mac rumors, Apple is planning and already working on the M3 series, so that should be out soon. So they will be launching probably in the fall this year or next year at WWDC, I'm not sure, but let's review this unit right now. Let's first talk about the design of the machine. I think the design is very much similar to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's a slim, and I won't say this as a light machine because this is not really a light device. You will feel that it has weight because of being 15-inch and a metal device. So it is heavier than the MacBook Air. When you want that much lighter machine, I think the 13-inch is a better option if your preference is a lighter machine. But for general use, I think this is not a heavy laptop by any means, but it is heavier than the 13-inch. Design-wise, it's pretty much same, the typical Apple design of a MacBook Air, the new one with the notch and just the larger display. So not a lot to talk in design. They have not even added anything significant in the cooling section, which we'll discuss in the performance. I love the keyboard of the 15-inch MacBook Air more than the 16-inch MacBook Pro. Not much difference, but slight thing that I feel. In general, I have always inclined more towards the MacBook Air's keyboard because it has little less travel, and I like keyboard with little less travel. The display is again not even a notch better than the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It is same exact display, just stretched to 15-inch. So the quality is same, the color production is same. Obviously, you will feel that it's more immersive and all that thing because it's a big, huge display. That way you will feel it. But other than that, there is no major changes in that area also. Next thing is performance. This is a M series machine. So performance, I think I still remember when Apple announced the M series and how it has changed probably the world forever for creators, for everyone who needs performance in a small chassis. I got the chance to meet Tim Cook in the Apple Delhi launch, and I told him specifically that your MacBooks have changed my life. I am a content creator and I can edit a 4K video shot on this Sony A7S III 4.2.2 10-bit on this fanless device. I don't think it was ever possible before to do that. So kudos to Apple for giving us creators this, powerful machine. I do use a 16-inch M2 Max MacBook Pro, but that is totally blown out of proportion for my requirements. I just love the display and the form factor, everything. But if I go about value for money, this will be enough for what I use it for. One thing I'd like to add specifically is there is no, added heatsink or anything of that sort. So the cooling performance is as exactly same as the M2 MacBook Air, the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air. So there's no difference there, just same. but because it is a little bigger chassis, so it has a, bigger area for heat to dissipate, so it will have a little better performance, not much. Also during the sustained load, although I don't think this machine is for people who want pro usage and who want to run it for sustained load, but overall I'm giving you a perspective for that. Being a 15-inch machine, I was actually expecting Apple to do the speakers on the top like they do on the 16-inch, but apparently they have not. They have put in the speakers on the bottom like the MacBook Air, so they have not done anything there. But they have added a speaker, not the speaker exactly, they have added something to increase the sound of it. So it's better than 13-inch MacBook Pro, but it's not at the level of the 16-inch MacBook Pro. So if you're in the market looking for a device in 15-inch range and you are willing to spend 1,34,000 rupees, this is the best device out there. I am going out of limb and saying that this is better than any XPS I have ever used. Performance wise, form factor wise, I love XPS machines. I am someone who always wanted the XPS machine as my main device. I will never be able to carry because of the performance restrictions of the Windows and Intel AMD ecosystem. But overall, XPS I think is one of the best laptops, and I am telling you that this is better than an XPS machine overall when you compare it with performance and with everything that you need. So this is a better laptop. I am also using the new Mac OS on this one because it's not my main device and I was very curious to use one. We will be making short videos for, these type of non-important tech things that are happening in the world, like OS updates, Apple Vision Pro, that sort of thing. I do want to make a full video on Apple Vision Pro, but it will be available next year and I am going to US just to get that one. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Hope to see you in the next one.